everyone. Welcome back to the Love Letters to Broadway podcast, the podcast where we give you Broadway tips and tricks and advice, talk about our adventures. Well, actually, no adventures because we
No.
haven't gone anywhere. My name is Michelle,
And my name is Skylar.
and I have the flu, but it's
Naturally.
okay. We're gonna push through.
It's never ending, but it's okay. Somehow you keep getting sick, and I don't know how it hasn't affected me, but I'm knocking on wood after saying that.
Well, it's because we haven't seen each other because we haven't gone to like any shows.
Yeah,
But somehow I just keep getting sick this last month. And now
yeah.
it's peaked with the flu. So
It's
here we
iconic.
are. So
It's just character development at this point.
it really is. This is what we do in life.
Is it
Skylar's
our
like,
villain arc?
is this my villain arc? Is this how I start? By just getting the flu? Maybe this is how I start. I have been watching a lot of superhero movies this week.
I was gonna say, are you watching anything good?
Ugh, I finally got convinced to watch Deadpool, like all three movies. I'm sorry, I did not like them. And
They're not my favorite.
not my sense of humor. It's too Family Guy for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, you're
but
so right.
yeah, it's not my thing. And Ryan Reynolds is creepy in it, like looking, but it's okay. Um, and then I started watching the Shazam movies again. Now those movies I like.
I
I
never
like
watched
it.
those.
That one's so good. He goes, Shazam! And then he becomes like this adult superhero, and then he goes, Shazam! And he becomes a kid again. But it's
Really?
so funny. It's so funny. Like those, if you're gonna watch any, like, yeah, watch those.
What's his
There's
name?
Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam.
No, 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 the actor.
Oh, I think Zachary Levi.
Didn't he get canceled like a month ago? From like Laura, but
No,
who was
no.
she talking about?
Blake Lively? That whole
No,
thing?
no, 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 not Blake Lively. Um, Laura Ben. Oh my God, I can't.
Benatti?
Yeah, she's talking about him.
Excuse my coughing. It's gonna be happening a lot in this episode. Wait, he was canceled?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh no, here's an interview from 3 weeks ago. Zachary Levi denies being canceled.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait. Oh, he was people tried to cancel him because of his political view.
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't actually like physically do anything.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
people didn't support his politics,
Oh, I gotcha, I
which
gotcha.
we don't get into politics on this
No, no, no.
platform.
But I just remember seeing it all over TikTok. Um, but yeah, okay. I never watched those. I have
He's
not watched.
I like him. He's talented. You know he plays Flynn Rider.
Mm, yeah.
Mhm.
I never watched Tangled.
Skylar. Skylar.
Yeah. I only know the music. I know the music. I just never.
Okay, so you have a list of things you need to watch tomorrow while it snows.
It better not. If it snows, I'm gonna be so upset.
Why? It's not like you're planning on going anywhere anyway.
But what if I was?
I guess, but whatever. I'm used
I
to the
know.
snow. I'm
I don't
stuck
like
here for
it.
like a week, so
Yeah.
doesn't affect me much, I know.
I have to go grocery shopping. I don't want to be slipping.
Instacart it, honey. Instacart it. I placed the nice Instacart yesterday. This lovely girl brought up all my little ginger ales. She brought my Gatorades.
Gingies.
You know I love my Gingy.
Oh, Gingy. Iconic.
Instacart it, honey.
No, probably should.
Well, as you can already tell, we have not seen much Broadway
Yeah.
recently, but we are still here discussing with y'all and doing our podcast. Um, so this week we're going to be talking a lot about Broadway news. There's finally a lot of news. There wasn't a lot of news recently.
Mm.
We're also going to be talking a little bit about understudies and swings. What are the differences? Who are some of our favorite understudies that we have seen? Um,
It's like a
but
TED Talk.
yeah,
We're educating the youth.
we have to educate the youth because the youth is Fucked, as
The
in they
youth
say
are
with the
at the
Romeo
gates.
and Juliet. Yeah.
Wait, isn't it the young are at the gates? The young are at the gates. Or is it the youth? The young. The young.
I'm so sorry. I have no idea what you're referencing.
From Suffs. The young are at the gates. The young are at the
It's not the
gates.
women are at the gates.
Oh, look it up. No, it's the young are at the gates. Haha.
Oh, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, well, anyway, before we get into anything, we have to do our usual hyperfixation songs.
Yes. It's
I
very
want,
important.
it's very important, and I want to make a theme song for the hyperfixation songs. It's on my list to do this year.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Like we need, no, we need like you remember the TV show iCarly? We need those little clickers where you just go click it and goes plays the music like hyperfixation.
Yes. And talking about iCarly, I tried to watch the Mother of the Bride movie.
What does that have to
Stupid.
do with iCarly?
She's in it. Miranda Cosgrove.
Oh, that movie. Oh, that stupid movie.
It was cringe. I
It's
had
weird that the ending's weird.
I didn't watch. Me and my mom we started it and we got too cringed and decided to shut it off.
You want me to spoil it for you?
Yeah.
The parents end up together and the children end up together, so they end up with each other's like step sibling.
Okay. Ew.
Yeah,
That's yucky.
yucky.
That's weird.
Yucky extreme.
Yeah, that's a no for me. That's a no
So
for me.
hyperfixation songs. Have you been listening to any music this week? Because I have not.
Yeah, I have. Um,
Okay,
but
throw it
like,
at me.
but like typical. Well, I've been into like The Great Gatsby this week because Eva
Mm,
and Jeremy Jordan are leaving.
I wish they weren't.
Yeah, we're excited for Ryan McCartan, but yeah. Um, so I've been listening to Go Again. I don't know. I really like that. We
Mm,
don't go now. I don't know. Love
that's
the
a good one.
Must. Yeah. So that's at number three. Um, at number two, I've been into a chorus line again. Random. The Music in the Mirror. I've been listening to a lot.
Fantastic. Is it the revival
Right?
version or the original?
The original with Donna.
Oh, Donna.
Don
We love Donna.
Donna. Yeah, no, I love that song. And I wish they would revive a chorus line. Like, I
I
really
know.
wish. Like,
I
even
feel
just like
like
a one night thing. They need to do
I'm
more of that.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like they make interesting choices with what they've been reviving and doing recently.
Yeah.
It's like just stick to what you know is good.
Yeah. Yeah. I just remember like last year, the Theater by Me did a chorus line, and I was so
Mm.
excited because I could finally see it live. They did a good job too, which is shocking because
Mm.
it's like Long Island Theater. But um I just like even if they did like a week like where we're seeing You're in Town, if they revive shows, like you know what I mean? Like that week that they do for those shows,
Hmm.
they should do like classics, like throwbacks, like a chorus line, maybe some Les Mis up in there. You know what
I don't know. The ones at City Center are always like lower scale productions. That's the thing.
I mean? Yeah. I
I feel like
just
Chorus Line you could do, but Lame is probably too big.
yeah. I just wish I wish. As one could wish.
Mm.
Um Yeah, and then number one, I'm just obsessed with Hades Town for this whole month. But this is gonna be weird, and you wouldn't even think, probably wouldn't pick this song. I had a lot of caffeine this morning, so I'm
Hmm.
a little twitchy. Um, the chant.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I love Persephone's voice in this version, and it's really like cool and the way that they go back and forth her and Hades. I don't know, I've been really like obsessed with it. And you can kind of see like that he tries to get her attention in like weird ways. And that there's still like some love between them, but he's just not going about it in the right way. So I just
Hmm.
find it really interesting. So I've been really listening to that. I feel like with the West End album, I've been listening to different songs than usual. which is really interesting because I just really love this version.
That's interesting. I feel like you're gonna yell at me because I still haven't listened to the West End version.
Fine.
I just I just haven't gotten to it yet.
I
I
just
don't
want
know.
you to hear his
You
voice.
know me. Hadestown is not my go-to show, unfortunately.
I don't know if I want to see the current cast. I want to see Haley because she sounds amazing, but from the clips I saw, listened to a little bit, I don't know how Carlos will be.
He
Or
sounded a little
Orcus.
too opera-y in a way
Yeah.
to me, if that makes sense, or too straight musical theater. I like when the
Yeah.
Orpheus has a little bit of a roughness and a rockish to his voice.
Because that's what he needs,
Um,
Orpheus.
but I don't know. He's doing his own take on it, which is nice too.
Yeah. I think I would be like, I want to see Brandon Cameron, I believe that's his
Mm-hmm.
name, the understudy. I want to see
Mm.
him because I saw clips of him, and he looks like he does an amazing job, and I like his voice a lot. I want to see him with Haley because I want to see Haley because she's incredible.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, we'll see. I'm not
So
running there though. So,
yeah, I'm not. It's not the first show I want to see again.
yeah.
Um. So for me, I really have not listened to an ounce of music the entire week.
Hmm.
Like not even an ounce. Like I could choose hyperfixation songs, but I feel like they'd all be lies.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess one song I've been listening to a lot is like the one I mentioned it before, the Apathy, the apartment, the Rosé song with the Korean
Yeah.
Bruno Mars. I've been listening to that a lot still, so I guess that would have to be on my list for the week. But I don't know, I just really haven't listened to music this week. I've been watching more movies. I think also here, I'm gonna talk about my hyperfixation TV show of the week.
Okay.
I haven't really been listening to music because I got into the TV show Switched at Birth.
Oh my God. That's a throwback.
It is a major throwback, but I just can't stop watching, and it's been taking up all my time and effort. And I already finished all of season one in like less than a week. And
Is
season
it
one, mind you, is 30 episodes, and they're each an hour
holy?
long.
It's that good?
I've been getting really into it. Is it that good? I don't know, but it's like stupid poop, and I
Yeah,
needed it this
and
week.
just like drama, but sometimes you
Yeah.
just need. Interesting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never
So
watched
that
that.
it's on Disney Plus. So I've been watching that this week. So I
Disney
feel like
Plus?
yeah, it's all on there now.
Interesting.
So yeah, like I don't know. I could name hyperfixation songs, but I feel like to be fair to the viewers, instead I'm gonna name a hyperfixation show. So there you go. Um,
Switched up Earth.
for Switch to Birth. But it's I don't know. I never watched it when it was originally on the air, and I've been watching it now, and I feel like I'm even learning some more sign language from it, like watching it, which is
Yeah,
kind of
it's
cool.
cool. I
It's
don't
it's
know.
it's like you know the way I view it, like do you know the stupidness of The Secret Life of an American Teenager?
Yes. Yeah.
It's definitely better than that. The acting level, I promise you, is much
Is
better.
better.
But is it
That
like high top
show,
tier show? No.
that show was insane. The Secret Life of American Teenager. That
Yeah.
was insane. All the twists and turns and like the the depressing music at like the weirdest times.
Weirdest times. And at the end she just leaves the baby.
Did she really?
You didn't know that?
No, I stopped watching.
I never watched the show. I've watched clips on like through TikTok and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, at the end she's just like, F all of this. I'm moving to New York, take care of my baby, and like leaves. And that's the way the show ends.
What?
Yeah.
She leaves John?
She leaves them all. Yeah.
With who?
With Ricky, with the
With
dad.
Ricky?
She's just like,
What?
yeah, we're not gonna get married. F you all. I'm moving to New York, and just leaves them. And that's how the show ends.
That is the stupidest ending. Wow, okay.
Exactly. So this
Mind
is
blown.
better. This is way better
Okay.
than that. This is what Switch Up Birth is way better than that. I will say.
Okay. That's insane though.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
insane. Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be my hyperfixation song show of the week because I have not done anything else and I can't stop watching.
I actually watched the Pop-Tart movie with Jerry
Pop-Tart
Seinfeld.
movie. What are you
Jerry
talking
Seinfeld
about?
and Melissa McCarthy. It's about the origin of like Kellogg's and like all the cereal company.
What? Where did that come
Yeah.
out?
It was
What is
on
it called?
Netflix. It's kind of funny. Um,
Wait,
Unfrosted.
unfrosted. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing.
It's kind of funny. Amy Schumer. There's a lot of like big names. Like Hugh Grant is in it.
Oh, I
Jim
love Hugh
Gaffigan,
Grant.
Max Greenfield, Bill Burr, Jerry Seinfeld, Amy Schumer.
Huh. Oh,
It
James
was funny.
Marsden's in it. Ooh,
Yeah,
love
it
him.
was funny. It was funny. It
You know,
was like a stupid movie.
maybe we should start doing like hyperfixation songs and shows. Because you know
Yeah,
what? I always feel
although
like, yeah.
I don't really watch. This week I have because I've been like stationary, if
Hmm.
that makes sense. Usually I'm reading a book.
That is true. Well, we could do song shows and books.
Books. That's a good
Because
idea.
you know why? Because I feel like you and me especially are always like, what can we watch next or what can we see next? And I wish people spoke about it more.
Because I feel like there's not like the shows, like I go back to what rewatching shows. I haven't watched a new show. Like I
Hmm.
like if I'm just putting on the TV, I just put on How I Met Your Mother in the background.
Yeah.
Like I don't I feel like the shows nowadays I haven't found one that I'm like obsessed with.
I want
So
you to
let
try
us
Switched
know.
at Birth. Even though it's
Maybe.
an older show, I've
Yeah.
become obsessed with it. There's like, because I've never watched it before.
Yeah. We'll see.
Let's chat about that more.
Yeah.
So, I guess we shall get into some Broadway news.
There's a lot of it. A lot of
There's
exciting ones.
a lot of exciting news this week. Um, so let's see. I lost my list.
So,
So
there's a
you
lot of
start.
casting news for this week. So Andrew, you can say it better than me probably from Newsies,
Andrew Keenan Bolger.
is going to be in Titanic. Titanic? How do you say that?
Titanic. Titanic.
Titanic. Which that's exciting. I
Is
would
he re
go.
is he replacing Tommy Bracco?
Well, he's getting
Or
married, right?
yeah, Tommy's getting married. What role is Andrew playing? He's playing Victor
Victor.
Garber. That's the role that Tommy's playing now. I was hoping it was going to be like a little mini Newsies reunion. So he must
Mm,
be replacing him when he gets married.
that makes sense. That makes sense. And Cassidy Pope is gonna be in it too. The one that won The Voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So interesting. They have some like heavy hitters coming in.
Hmm. We haven't seen it, and I do want to see it at some point. People are saying it's great.
Yeah, I think now's the time we should go. I think we'll enjoy it with him.
Hmm.
It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I would like to see him in it. Um, Also, they completed the casting for Stephen Sondheim's Old Friends on Broadway. Jacob Dickey and Kyle Selig are joining the cast, which I'm really happy about because I felt bad for Kyle after
Me
Water for Elephants
too.
closed.
Yeah. We need to go see that. Bernadette Peters and Leah?
So it says
Leah.
it begins performances March 25th, and opening night is April 8th.
We need to go.
We should look up tickets for it soon, because they have a really good cast. Beth Level's also in it. Gavin Lee's gonna be in it.
Yes.
Um, Daniel Yearwood. It's like there's a really good cast and crew. So, um, but I don't understand. Is it like an actual scripted show or is it just like a recollection of his music?
I don't know. I didn't look into it because I don't like to. I like to just go and see
Hmm.
it.
Oh, it says here it's a concert.
And that makes sense. So I
Yeah.
wonder, yeah, we
Huh.
definitely should go. That would be
I
fun.
would, yeah, I would like to see that.
Because we loved Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now, and that was a concert.
Yeah. Sometimes I like that better.
Yeah, especially like Like older songs. It's kind of like more nostalgic that way.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Now, some other casting announcements that Orville Peck and Ivo Noblezada are going to be in Cabaret. Now, here's my question.
Yeah.
I thought Orville Peck never takes his mask off.
Yes. So
Isn't that his shtick?
I think he'll be keeping it on for the role. So that's interesting to me and how that's gonna be. Because do you view the MC as having a mask? Like when, you know what I mean?
No,
Like
because
what?
I think part of the whole story is that all of the glamour is supposed to be strucken from them throughout the tale. So like a mask is like provides some sort of glamour. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
are they
don't
gonna
know.
change the color of the mask as the show goes on? Like, you know what I mean?
But you think he's gonna keep the mask on? You don't
I
think they're
think he's
gonna?
going to. Because if he spent his whole career wearing it, I don't think for Broadway he would take it off.
Hmm.
I
I
don't
don't
know, but
know.
it's interesting to see how they're gonna play it because it has to make sense for the character. And I don't think it does unless they change like the look of it throughout the show as like, his costume changes, that changes too. Like they're gonna have to be very like intricate with it if it's gonna stay
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, because that's what I wasn't sure about. So I was like, I couldn't remember if that's what he does, and I thought it was. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think she's brilliant casting.
Incredible.
I'm
She's a
not gonna
busy
lie,
woman.
she's a very busy woman, but I'm kind of pissed that we did not wait to see it with her in it. Like now,
I would go again.
I know. I mean, I know the two of us were always hesitant to see it again, but I would go for her because I think she's gonna kill the role.
Well, did you see the video of her singing Cabaret?
Yes,
Insane.
I would go again if we could get the right seats. I would go to see
Yeah.
her
But so she's going to the West End
first.
February, just for a
Hmm.
month.
Yeah.
And then when does she start Cabaret?
March 31st, and she's going to be in for about 16 weeks. So through July 20th.
That's insane. Like she's leaving Gadsby, getting on a plane, Hadestown. Like how does your brain switch from Gadsby now to your Hadestown cues and songs and
And then Cabaret, which is a very challenging show and role.
yeah, like she has to be stressed a little bit.
I don't know, somehow she does it, but she's very talented. I would like to go
Yeah.
see her in it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think for sure they're doing a pro shot of Hadestown.
I don't
That'd be
know.
cool.
It's like I hope so. It'd be cool.
Unless they were really struggling in the West End, but I don't think it doesn't seem like they were. Yeah.
If there's any time to do a pro shot, it would be now when the cast is back over there.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah. So I saw this and I was really excited. Did you see the Spring Awakening Deaf West version that was on Broadway?
Yes, I did. I actually knew some
Loved.
people that were in the show.
Loved it,
Um,
right?
oh my God, the show was fantastic. I loved it.
So that was my intro to Spring Awakening. And I
Hmm.
fell in love with the show. Even though it's very dark, I think it has an important message. But Casey Likes is going to be directing and starring in a production of Spring Awakening. But the only sad part is it's going to be in Arizona. What the heck, Casey?
Well, you never know. Things may transfer if it does well, but I think it looks exciting. I hope we can at least find some videos of it online.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Maybe they do like a live stream. That would be cool.
Hmm. And I
You
think
hear
he's
us,
per
Casey?
I think he's perfect casting for
Oh,
Melchior.
amazing. Amazing casting.
And you
I
know who's
think
also in it? Carson Stewart from The Notebook.
yes.
He's gonna be Moritz.
It's gonna be so good. I think now is the time for another Spring Awakening revival. I feel like it has a little
Mm,
bit of a following more than
yeah,
when it was. Which when
I
was that? Like
agree.
2015, 14?
I think so.
Mm,
I think it's definitely time. Although the Deaf West version of it was so brilliant, I don't know if anything could replace it.
yeah.
I don't know. The only thing that I think is weird is Hanshin's being played by Jessie Havea, who's actually Brita Filter from RuPaul's Drag Race. I
Mm.
thought Brita is an older queen, so I'm surprised that they're playing one of the children roles.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Um, that's the only thing, like, from like all of the casting that I'm a little bit confused about because they're definitely on the older side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope we get some video footage, Casey.
Yes, please. Although he has a neurovirus right now or something, I saw on his Instagram, so
Oh,
feel better,
really?
Casey.
Feel
Yeah.
better. I heard neurovirus is bad. It's like a stomach virus, but worse. So
Yucky.
yucky, yucky.
Yucky stuff. But yeah, I was excited when I saw that.
Hmm. Other Broadway news. So Gavin Creel filmed a documentary that's going to be released. Now since his passing. Um, it pretty much talks about like some of his like last ever rehearsals for like his last show he did, and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see how that is. I'm excited to watch it. I feel like it's gonna be hard to watch though.
That's what I was just about to say. I think it's gonna be so hard to watch because it's like he's alive there, but then like that's it. This is
I
like it.
know. I may not be able to watch it.
Yeah,
And I don't do well with stuff like that.
because that's the last piece of video, like one of the last probably of him like alive and like able to like talk and walk and
Ugh, I don't know if
it's
I
so
could
sad.
watch it.
It's so sad. But
What
it's
other
important.
news? Very important. Other
Um
other news.
Well, I was also excited to see this. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I loved Sailor Moon. And now there's a musical that's gonna tour?
I never watched Sailor Moon.
What?
Sorry.
I loved it when I was younger.
I
We used
know
to dress
Sailor
up.
Moon. I know Sailor Moon. I just never watched it.
It was so good. But I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's fun. Like, just a fun musical. But it's
Is it,
touring.
where is it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna end its run in New York, so maybe we could go.
That would be fun. Yeah, definitely. It's just like a fun musical, and that's what we need in our lives.
Let's see. I'm looking at tour dates.
It premiered in Tokyo in
It's gonna be playing at the Palladium in Times Square, April 25th and April 26th.
Where is that?
I, in Times Square somewhere.
Oh yeah, you just said in Times Square. I'm dead. And I go, where is that? I've never heard of that though.
I've heard of it. I could picture it in my head, but I can't think of the actual location, but I know it.
I don't like
Um,
Times Square though.
yeah, we're not Times Square fans right now, but I don't know. We gotta look at it. Maybe we could
That's
go.
interesting. Something fun. I'm excited for all the new things coming out. Like we
Hmm.
got a lot of, it's exciting to see the amount of theater we have to go see.
Yeah, and I feel like we needed it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for new pieces and updates and changes.
Yeah.
Um, some other new theater coming out. They're turning Schmigadoon into a stage musical. It's going to be premiering at the Kennedy Center though, which sucks
Why?
because that's in Washington.
Oh my God. I keep getting those confused.
Which
I keep getting
ones?
confused. Where are we going to see here in town?
New York City Center.
I keep getting that
Excuse
confused.
me. Hmm.
'Cause I keep thinking it's Kennedy Center. That's not fair.
Nope,
Okay,
it's
maybe it'll
gonna
get
be
transferred.
Gonna be in the Kennedy Center. And it has such a good cast. Javier Munez. Javier, can't even talk anymore. Javier Munoz, Ion Harada, Alex Brightman, Isabel McCalla. Like it's such a
Alex
good.
Bryman.
I love
Dang
Alex
it.
Brightman. It's such a good cast.
Please transfer. I gotta watch that show. That's on Apple, right?
Yeah, I don't. I've been wanting to watch it too, but I don't have Apple subscription. But I did find like big, like scenes from it on TikTok, so I was able to watch some of it on there.
We love that. Hopefully it
Hmm
doesn't go away.
Please don't go away, TikTok. You know, I was saying the other day, like I don't know what I'm physically gonna do if TikTok's
The
gone.
same thing. I was like, what am I gonna doom scroll? Like, what am I gonna do in my life? Actually concentrate on things? Like,
Like, like what am, I don't I, exactly like I don't know what I'm physically gonna do. Like I fall asleep watching TikToks every single night. Like how am I gonna fall asleep at night now?
it's gonna be so odd. Like tomorrow morning, we're gonna be like, is it here? Like, what's gonna happen? Is it just gonna like shut down? Like, I don't understand how that.
Last I heard people won't even be able to log in. But now they're also saying in the news that either Trump is gonna, when he takes office, is gonna extend the ban for like 90
Yeah,
days, and see if we can get someone to like buy it during that time. Or I know there are talks about people buying it today. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm so confused by it. It's such like a weird thing because like when what happened with Vine? I don't even remember. That got banned, right?
I don't think it was banned. I think it just over time it developed into TikTok and TikTok became the new thing.
Okay.
But I don't know. And people are saying there'll be a new app, something new will come out, but it just, it sucks because you develop a following, you develop things that you follow.
I'm
So
just
it's
like more
just,
sad about like losing content. I feel like they should just keep it available, like your profile.
well, I agree, me too. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Like we have so much content on there. Like we tried to download as much as we could, like video wise, but
Yeah.
like all the physical posts, like the picture posts, like we can't really save those. You can't upload those to YouTube.
Yeah, it's
We could
like
try to
weird.
save stuff to get maybe on Instagram, but it's like it's almost too much to do in less than 24 hours. I don't think we can.
Yeah, it's like insane to me that that could happen. Like it's such a weird, it just feels weird. Like today feels odd with like the thought of it being gone.
I don't know. I get a weird feeling it's not really going to be gone by tomorrow. I think,
Yeah.
people have said this stuff a million years, like a million times. People have said that the world was going to explode when it hit the year 2000.
Oh my God, remember that? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be gone tomorrow. I think something's going to happen in the news today. I think it may be possible that we can't access it for a couple days, but then I think it's going
Yeah,
to be reinstated.
that makes sense. Well, I guess if you're not following us on Instagram, please do. And on YouTube. Love Letters to Broadway, YouTube, like full Broadway. And then Instagram is Love Letters to B-Way with two Y's.
Yes.
Just in case, because we'll continue to post there, if anything.
Yeah,
But it is weird to think like this is it.
I don't think so. I don't think it's it.
Yeah,
I think it's going to come back.
better than
There's
ever.
too many small businesses that now rely on TikTok and stuff. Like,
Yes.
they're
Well,
actually like hurting Americans by getting rid of it. So
well, didn't a bunch of TikTokers go to the Supreme Court or something?
yeah, I believe they did. Like, they tried to go together. So many people have made incomes from TikTok. I just don't think, I can't see it really going
Yeah,
away. I get a weird feeling.
yeah,
Um, okay, well, I guess it's time to move on to our big topic of the week, which is understudies, swings, and all that jazz.
literally.
So we thought it'd be a good idea kind of talk about what are the differences between like a swing and an understudy and an alternate to kind of get started. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
been a lot of talk recently about swings and alternates and understudies for certain shows
Yeah. And it's like, welcome to Broadway lesson 101.
with Michelle and Skylar.
It's like a Broadway class. And we're going to start off by talking about the differences.
So, first, what is an understudy?
Mhm.
An understudy is a person that learns a role and can go on at any time if need of an emergency. But usually the main difference is an understudy is a part of the ensemble as well. So they have their own ensemble track. They can go on at any time, but they're usually in the show every night anyway.
Mhm.
Um, I would say a good example of an understudy would be JJ Neiman when he was in Back to the Future.
Yes. Yes. And in The Outsiders, you have RJ, who understudies Paul and Bob, or you have Dan Barry, and he understudies Soda, Derry, right? Yeah, that's it.
He understudied more. Does he understudy Bob?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Barton does.
Barden does. But yeah, there's like, especially in Outsiders, there's a ton of understudy work. But usually it means they're in the ensemble and then they go on if there's an emergency.
And that could happen mid-show too.
Yeah.
Like if an actor gets hurt or something, they go on and they have to um get right into the role, which I think is so amazing. Like how do
Hmm.
they remember all the cues, all the like lines and like especially if you're understanding multiple roles.
Hmm.
It's so amazing to me.
Me too. It's a lot of memorization, a lot of note taking. Like I've seen videos of
Yeah.
them all like before they go on, they like try to walk through all the notes. It's not easy work.
Yeah. I can't even imagine like the anxiety of switching.
Yeah, I don't understand. Now, the difference is an alternate is not
Hmm.
an understudy. An alternate really is someone else who can go on with the role at any time, but they're not in the ensemble. They're not in the show every night. Like, for example, sometimes, like, I think Wicked has done this in the past. Like, they'll have, like, their main alphabet, and then, like, one or two shows a week, the alternate alphabet will go on because the role is so taxing.
Didn't
Um,
we see? We saw the alternate.
we saw the alternate. Um, Sunset Boulevard's also doing that. Mandy
Yeah.
Gonzalez is considered the alternate, and that's why she goes on once a week.
I think what's interesting too is when we saw Wicked, they didn't have a slip in there for the alternate.
Hmm.
I mean, but when we saw Sunset, they did for Mandy. But for some reason, when we saw Wicked, like we didn't realize until like the show started. We're like, oh, that's not Mary Kate.
I think it depends upon the show and if the alternate's already listed in the playbill. Because the
Yeah.
alternate is in the playbill for Wicked, but the alternate's
Hmm.
not in the playbill for Sunset.
Yeah. And um, so like Mandy has certain days, but like is there, I should have looked this up, but I'm asking you. Which I'm sorry if you don't know the answer, but is there an like a full-on understudy for Norma that isn't like Mandy or Caroline Bowman? Is there someone else listed? Probably, right?
I feel like there is. Let's see. It may say it on the Sunset Boulevard website.
I feel like there has to be, right? Because they're
I
all
see. I thought Caroline is the technical understudy
yeah.
or standby. Um, let's see. Yeah, Caroline is the standby. So
Okay.
to talk about what the standby is now, transitioning to that, like standbys and alternates are similar, but the alternate
Mhm.
goes on a set schedule. The standby is always backstage just in case of an emergency.
So kind of like Cara Lindsay in Once Upon a Mattress.
Exactly. So Kara has to be at every show in case something happened to Sutton Foster. Same way Caroline's supposed to be at every show in case something happens to Nicole or Mandy.
Yeah. I wonder how they get paid. Not to bring it up.
I don't know
But
because they don't go on really unless
yeah.
they have to, but they're always there.
Would you like that job? Or would you be bored?
If I was the alternate, or being the
Hmm.
standby, I don't know how I would feel. I feel like I would get bored after a while and would want to go on, which I think is why they finally let Caroline go on at one point recently.
Yeah, she went on a Sunday, and it's like, but now she's leaving for Smash.
Yeah. So
So
I'm sure they're gonna get another alternate. I mean standby. See,
I
it's
think they
hard because
already
those
did.
two roles are very similar.
They really are. It's that is hard. I can't imagine going and just like sitting backstage and just being like, I mean, if you get paid well, why not? I guess.
Hmm. And now the last of the four main roles is a swing. So a swing is just a standby that covers multiple roles.
Hmm.
I think that's the best way to look at it.
So I
So
guess
the
that's more like Danbury is more of a swing
No, Dan Barry's an understudy because he's in the
understudy.
ensemble. But the
That's
swings are
confusing.
like Victor, for
Yes, yes,
example,
yes.
he's a swing. Jordan
There we
Chin is
go.
a swing.
Because they're ensemble.
Maggie Kuntz from Outsiders, she's a
Yes.
swing because they're not in the show every night, but they always have to be at the theater in case
Okay.
to go on. Now, I don't know in terms of Outsiders what Josh and Trevor are considered.
I would say understudy. Oh, well, they don't go on. They're not in the
No.
ensemble, but they're
Are
always at
they?
the theater.
Well, let's see. I wonder if it's listed on the website what they're considered.
Yeah, because they're always there, but they don't go on in the ensemble.
So Josh is considered an understudy. It
Okay.
says understudy Pony Boy, understudy Johnny Cade, and Trevor's also considered an understudy according to their website. Um,
I
but
would put
like,
them
but like for
as,
example, like Henry, who's one
yeah.
of the who's in the show, he's considered a swing and an understudy for two bit.
Oh. Hmm.
A lot
I
of the
would think,
terminology gets switched around, but
yeah, because I would think that they might be standbys
that's what I would think.
because they're not in the ensemble, but they're
That's what I would
there.
think too. Hmm.
But they're the first choices for if, let's say, something happens to Sky during a show,
They
Josh would
would,
go on.
yeah, they would put Josh on. And I think they would put like Daryl also understudies Johnny. I think they would put Josh on before they would put
Yeah.
Daryl on because Daryl has his own role.
That's that's weird to me. When you have like Daryl is 2-bit, I feel like that's a big enough role. Like, you know what I mean? Like he does a lot in the show, and to see that he understudies Dally and Johnny is very
Well,
weird to me.
because they do need understudies for those roles, and I guess it's cheaper to pull from the
Mm,
ensemble rather than hire separate people.
because I feel like 2-bit does a lot in the show.
He does, and he has his own whole like song. I mean, Hoods Turned Heroes, I know is an ensemble number, but he's the lead in
Yeah.
that number.
And he's in most of the scenes. Like even like he's the
Yeah.
one that's walking and the Socias attack him. He's the first one.
Hmm.
I don't know, it's weird to me. I feel like 2-bit is a big role.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's one of the main outsiders.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's interesting how every show also calls it differently. Because I would say, I agree with you. I would think Josh and Trevor should really be considered standbys for
Yeah.
Johnny and Pony Boy. The same way, yeah, I would consider them standbys. Like I would consider them like similar to Caroline for
Yeah.
Sunset Boulevard, but they're not alternates. They don't go on set nights.
And they don't, which and they're in the booth sometimes, but like that's it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Although, are they considered? Well, I think they actually have permanent spots in the booth. Like I think they're like the main booth people. So do you think that's why they're
Oh,
considered understudies? Because technically their ensemble track is the booth.
that makes sense then. I wouldn't think the booth, but you're right. Probably. They consider that a part of the show, which it
Yeah, because
is.
it is because and when they have the call boards outside the theater, Like they even put on who's understudying the people in the booth on the call board.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now it makes sense. Look at us. Process of elimination.
Mhm.
We figured that out.
Um, hmm. I think I think we've discovered and cracked the case of it.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, but with like National Swing Day or whatever, it was
Hmm.
National Swing Day. I thought I was saying that wrong. Um, it was cool to see that article and like the swings getting recognized because I feel like yes, the like main leads they have their job is tricky in the way that they have to memorize it too, but these swings have to memorize like three or four roles. Like and they could go on
Crazy.
any second and they could be told an hour before that oh you're going on as Johnny. So like now
Yeah.
you have to like muscle memory and be like okay Johnny, I do this this and this. Like I can't even imagine the stress.
Or mid-show. I remember when we saw Back to the Future, the role of his sister, like halfway through the show, became the swing
Oh
because the
yeah.
person who was the sister got hurt.
I forgot about that.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't
Who,
even imagine.
well, who would be like some of your favorite like swings or understudies you feel like you've seen?
Um, Josh for sure as
Oh my
Johnny.
God, Josh is the best.
I would love to see him as Ponyboy. I know he's on today for Ponyboy, which stinks that we're not
I
there. But
I also love Jordan as a swing for Ace when we saw that recently.
yes, good one, good one. I
Uh,
liked
yeah, go ahead.
JJ from Back to the Future. I like JJ.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Oh wow, look at this.
I think the best alternate that we've seen is Mandy as
Oh,
Norma.
100%. What else? Who else have we seen? Oh,
I'm
in
trying to remember.
Gatsby, we
Yeah,
saw the understudy for Tom,
I liked him.
and he was good. Oh my God, what was his name though? Shoot.
Oh, that's gonna bother me now.
Oh my God.
I wonder if I can find it. Great Gatsby.
They're changing their cast like no one's business.
Ah, oh my God.
It's on the
Who?
freaking tongue.
Pascal Pastrana. That's who we
There we
saw as the
go.
understudy for
He was
Tom.
good.
He was fantastic. I'm
And then
trying
we
to
saw the
remember.
understudy for, um, in Gatsby. Oh my God. Myrtle. We saw the understudy.
That was her
Myrtle.
understudy?
Yeah, because the lead was sick.
I thought we saw Myrtle.
No, we saw the understudy. I'm pretty sure we did.
You're probably right. I don't remember.
That was
Well,
good.
but see, that's when I feel like you know an understudy is really the best when you don't know if it's the lead or the understudy.
Yeah.
I'm
And
trying to
also
remember like
the
understudies I've
Who's
seen in the
Tommy?
past. Oh,
The
oh my
dad.
God.
He's
Yes.
great.
He was fantastic. Oh, what was his name?
Oh, we just saw him in Elf too.
We just saw him in Elf. He's dating Danny
Oh,
Quadrino. He was fantastic.
he's dating Danny?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's look up
And
Danny.
they were in Tommy together.
Oh.
Oh, he was fantastic. What is his name?
What was his name?
Oh,
I'm
it's
looking
bothering
I'm looking
me.
it up. I got it. I got Danny. Okay. David. David Paul
Yes.
Kidder.
Fantastic as the dad in Tommy.
They're such a cute couple.
They are a
Hmm.
cute couple. They have
He's
a
so
big height
tall.
difference. Yeah.
Aw.
Wait, what other understudies have we seen recently? We always end up seeing understudies.
Yes. Well, we saw Dan, Victor, and Trevor
Oh yeah, we've seen that combo in
as the Curtis
Outsiders.
brothers.
We saw
Um,
who else have we seen? We saw Maggie as Cherry, which she was fantastic.
fantastic. I did love Jordan as Ace. That was a good callback. I loved that.
But I'm trying to think of other Broadway shows we've seen. Because I know we've seen other understudies. We saw the understudy in Cabaret
Oh yes, as Sally.
as Sally, and we were iffy with
Yeah.
her. Her voice wasn't strong, but she was a very good actress.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's think. Let me go to our Instagram. Let's see what shows.
I know, I'm trying to remember what Broadway shows we've seen.
Water for Elephants, we saw everybody, I believe. Oh,
Hadestown, did
in
we see?
Sunset, we saw the understudy for when Diego was playing Joe, Artie. We
Yes,
saw the
now that was a
understudy.
swing. That was a swing. I
Wing.
looked it up.
We didn't.
But we
Okay.
love Diego as Joe.
Yes, Diego's Joe, iconic. Moulin Rouge, we saw the understudy for Harold.
Oh, that's right. He was great too.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm trying to go through all the shows we've seen. We already discussed Wicked. We saw the
Chicago.
alternate.
Chicago.
Chicago! That was the best understudy of them all as Roxy.
Yes.
It was supposed
It
to be
was
Alyssa
great.
Milano, and we saw her understudy, and her understudy was like spectacular. It should always be her role.
Yeah, she was so good. Oh my God, what was her name though?
To the cabaret website.
Chicago. No, Chicago.
Chicago. I always confuse the two of them.
Let's see. These get degrees.
Broadway cast, let's see.
She
See
was
if I can
so
find.
good.
She was like,
Her
oh, I
voice,
think this is her. Is this her? Rachel Schur?
I
This
think
looks like
so.
her.
Yeah.
I think that's her. But whoever it was, they were like spectacular.
Insane. Like 10 out of 10. We were okay with missing Alyssa Milano.
Now, here's the other thing though with swings and understudies. If swings and understudies are a thing,
Hmm.
why do shows keep getting canceled recently? Like
Good point.
Gypsy, Death Becomes Her. I don't mind seeing an understudy, but I feel like they keep canceling.
Okay, what is up with this? Like, really? We
It's
gotta look at
like,
Gypsy's
yeah,
swings. They have a big swing, right? I just saw it on their Instagram.
I think so. But it feels like it keeps getting announced. Like, I understand the cast is getting sick of like Gypsy, and, they had a lot of closings for a while. But what happened with Death Becomes Her? We were supposed to go to the preview and it got canceled. But I'm like, do you mean to tell me the understudies or the swings were not ready by then? Like, I thought that's something that happens during the rehearsal process.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I don't know. I wish they were like more honest and like explained it a little bit because I'm kind of curious like the workings of that. Because
Hmm.
yeah, they should be ready to go on. Like the show must go on.
I don't think the
I
show
don't
should
get
ever
it.
get canceled unless like half the cast, if not more, are like ill.
Yeah, unless
If the
it's like
show physically cannot
danger.
happen, yeah.
Yeah, then definitely. But it's weird to me. Death Becomes Her too. They have a big ensemble that you would think would be understudies. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Remember
what
how
I
big their
thought.
ensemble was?
It was huge. Like, do you mean to tell me there was no one else prepped, on the second night of previews to go on in the role?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Yeah. I mean, we
Feel
found out
salty.
we found out later on that it was Megan that was sick. So like, do you mean to tell me her understudy wasn't prepped? That's what I'm just confused about.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It seems though The Outsiders keeps adding more people to
I
the
think they're
cast.
I think they're adding people because I think they're about to remove people. I think it hasn't been announced yet, but I think more people are going to start leaving.
That's gonna be so weird.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be like a whole new show if people start leaving.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
But so
Um,
far, everyone who they've added is fantastic.
yeah, yeah. That the what is it? JP, is that his name? JP
Hmm.
Cullen. Heard him singing "Throwing in the Towel" with Dan, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh my God, this is so good. So I'd like to see him. Did you see KWP? He finally broke his perfect attendance this week.
Yes. Yes. Well, he was doing like that little cabaret show. So I don't know if that's why or if he's on vacation, but
He's actually going to be in a movie.
oh, is that why he hasn't been in it?
I don't know if he's. It just got announced. Um, yeah, we're already there. It has Truman Hanks, John Bass, and Alessi Hewitt.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if it was like this week, but it got announced 2 days ago.
Good for him.
But yeah, it's wild to see other people as Bob. So I would have been curious to see if they have the same effect. Like, does Barton have that same effect that KWP does, where like I'm like really scared of him?
Oh my God, when he comes out on stage, I get terrified.
Yeah, when he's like Cherry, when the full
I,
name Elaine,
yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
oh, he's yelling. I feel like he's yelling
I
at me.
I know. I wish there was some video. If anyone has video of it, please send it over to us.
Please do. I want to know so badly how, like, and I think RJ has the height, so
But
that
he looks
could.
like a little innocent, like
I
angel to me.
know.
Like,
That's the problem. He does.
I just can't see him being like that toughy.
Because Bob is scary. Like, one time, like, well, every time we go, we're always like, oh my God. We're like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Or
Which I
when
know, like, we shouldn't be, but like, I can't help
I'm scared. I'm a little nervous.
it. Excuse me.
But yeah,
Um, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I think there's going to be a lot of changes in the next few months in the theater industry. There's a lot of new shows opening, and I think that's going to also determine a lot.
I'm so excited.
I
I'm
know.
so
I'm
excited
excited.
for the new shows. And then I need warm weather. I need to be tan again. I
Hmm.
need to not be freezing my butt off
I know. Same. I need to not
because
have
I'm
the
so done.
flu.
Yeah. I wish
I'm
that we could just like not work. You know what I mean? Just go see shows during
a
the week.
dream.
During the week, we like the weekdays better than the weekend.
The weeknights are great,
Yeah.
but that's the dream.
Yes, that's a dream. So we're excited for the new season. And that was our Broadway lesson of the day. The differences. I hope you learned something.
I think we learned stuff in the process.
Honestly, yes. And it was kind of fun. A little
We
history
learned,
lesson.
yeah, we learned about swings, learned about understudies. I learned how much I'm really enjoying this chocolate chip muffin I'm eating.
Oh, delicious.
Thank you.
Delicious.
I think that's it for this week already.
Yeah. So hopefully, well, not by next week, we're not seeing a show. But February is our month.
Oh, we got a lot already booked in February, so we're definitely doing some things in February.
And we'll do
Um,
vlogs on if TikTok is gone, which who knows. We'll do full vlogs on YouTube, which will be fun of our adventures
yes.
and maybe some Q&As, maybe some whatever you'd like to see.
We'll also have shorts on YouTube. We also, we have our Instagram still where we're gonna post videos and we post our stories still every single day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys aren't following us on Instagram, that's really where we shine. We're always
Hmm.
like randomly posting things, like whatever we're listening to, or like just random fun Broadway stuff, which
Yeah.
is
So
a lot of fun. So
make sure
definitely,
make sure you follow us on there. So it's at Love Letters to BWay with two Y's on Instagram.
yes.
I know I always make a joke about it, but I'm being very serious this time. Two Y's on Instagram. Please follow us there. Hopefully TikTok's still a thing. You can follow us on there, Love Letters to BWay with one Y, but we'll see what happens in a week.
Yeah.
Um, and then our YouTube, which is Love Letters to Broadway. And also, just so you know, if you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening to it, all of our podcast episodes also get uploaded automatically to YouTube. So everything can be found
Yeah.
on there too. So
You
why are
won't
you
see our
not following us
face.
on there? Yeah.
Yeah. You won't see our face, but it's fine.
But who knows? Maybe
It's
eventually we will show our faces
yeah. I
down
definitely
the
think
road.
it's just when we're doing this, we're uh sometimes in our PJs and not our
Like
best
right
version.
now.
Like
Yeah.
literally, I'm in Christmas PJs. I won't give up that Christmas is over.
I'm I'm in Disney. I have a Disney princess shirt on and I have Wicked
Iconic.
pants.
Wicked. I was trying to
Dun.
convince my mom to watch Wicked, and she would not. That's
What?
so that's why we watched Unfrosted. I was like, we could be watching Wicked.
I've been waiting to watch the extended Wicked with
I haven't
you.
watched it.
I
Good.
I'm about to watch it without you. Don't make that face. If you're not
I
gonna get on watching it with me, I'm gonna watch.
what? I can't come over. You have the flu.
Okay, I'll hold off till I'm better. But then we're watching Wicked because I can't wait.
I haven't watched it either, which is kind of insane to think about that it's been out for this long.
I know. Well, we've seen the movie. We just haven't watched the extended version.
Yeah, we saw the movie, people.
We saw the
Of
movie.
course we did.
But I'm waiting for you, so you better not watch it without me.
I'm not. I haven't. I tried,
Good.
but she said no.
See, you tried. I didn't try. Rude. Rude. You weren't even gonna tell me.
Yeah, I would have done it on the down low. I'm
Rude.
kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
I guess that's it for this week. We'll see if we have a TikTok by tomorrow. Bye,
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Thank you
everyone.
guys
Thank
for
you.
listening.
Bye
Bye.
bye.